Hi guys, this is just a get ready meal with me while I yap about prelims. Okay, so I don't mind the state of how I look right now. I will be going like this because the mirror like a little bit up. Or I can just like sit back. Okay. Obviously, let's not wear my outfit. I went out last night. I'm going out. But I'm going to see people. Okay, so what I just went in was I went in with CeraVe mini cleanser. Then I went in with a CeraVe moisturizer. Then I went in with Avene sunscreen. Now I'm going in with e.l.f. Soft Glow foundation. That's what I'm doing. And then I'm just blending it out with that's my bronzer brush. Apparently my fingers, no, I'm not. This little thing before I blend. But yeah. So I have done YouTube videos, but YouTube is not letting me upload a lot of them. I legit have said in multiple videos I'm gonna try and stay consistent. I have tried to be. It's just not letting me. YouTube just does not want me to post, I guess. But yeah, I have one from after formal, which was like 3 a month ago, I reckon. And then bam, like it's just not letting me upload it. It's edited, it's full, and it's everything, but it's just not letting me upload, like whatsoever. But yeah, so I did figure that out. I'm pretty sure it might just be my laptop because I have a HP, but I much prefer an Apple. So back to the savings, but I have like $200 to my name right now, so let's not just do that. I need to find a way to actually start saving a lot more money, because I had like 2 grand and then it's now down to like 200. But I feel like that's because earlier this year that was like the first time me having 2 grand, and I was like, okay, I can spend it on whatever the fuck I want. I didn't need to stop Ubering everywhere because it's just been me 11 o'clock, and I'd be like, I'm gonna catch an Uber. Go, I need to thug it out and just get the bus because that is shit's expensive. But yeah, honestly, I just should not be doing that. There's makeup from last night coming on my makeup right now. Okay, I got lash extensions for the first time to see if I want them for formal. I got an infill for formal. I don't want them anymore because they made my eyeshadow so hard to do. But then again, like also, I now feel naked. I now feel very, very terribly naked. I've got everything back, guys. But oh my god, my concealer has like leaked a little bit. Like the cap isn't closing properly anymore, like it normally does, and it's just gone like over a little bit of all my products, and I'm just kind of dying. I was like, this can't be happening to me. Where is it actually? Yeah, but no, I want to post a lot more. See what I mean? Yeah. Now I'm gonna go on with the e.l.f. just normal concealer. This doesn't really have a name to it. But yeah, I want to be posting a lot more. I want to be getting bigger and better, but obviously right now I can't be because I'm definitely gonna post like a first day of like my first last day of school, because that is like in 3 weeks, which is really, really scary. But also, if YouTube doesn't let me, it's gonna be so off time and everything, because this is my last year of school I'm going into. My last exam I have to do for 11th grade is tomorrow, so you guys are going to be getting a lot of Year 12 content soon, but also music content coming soon, which will be very, very fun. But also, if YouTube wants to let me upload it, I don't know what the fuck was wrong with that last video, but okay, maybe it's laggy. I might go to the library because this isn't my house. This isn't my house whatsoever. As you guys know, we're getting renovations and our house, full top to bottom, like full, like our house is gone, and we should be there maybe December, but we have no internet. I have to hotspot off my actual phone, which isn't great either because we're running out of data. So now the Mega Off Duty contour stick, I legit just put a lot on because I have a lot of bronzer blindness and it's kind of bad. Yeah. honestly think I could paint my face. Paint my face with this, I reckon, which I have just done. But yeah, so the house should be livable in December, but we've gone back and like, I need to have like a light count in the back corner, but we've gone back and they've said it should be livable by December. Like there should be heating, there should be a roof. Like nothing is totally finished. Like some of the walls aren't painted, some of the things aren't installed, not all of our furniture is there, but it should be livable. And we have just gone, we'll take it because we are tired. It's been maybe 3 months of not living in our house and we are already sick of it. Like we're sick of each other. Like my brother's always out, I'm always in my room, and my parents are just kind of like, well, they're treating it like their house because it's their friend's house, so they've been here before. But it's also just kind of like, we are so done. I had to cry the other day just being like, I know I have a room because I was on the couch for a little bit. I want a room. I want my room. I want my childhood bedroom that was painted pink. I want that. I want my own bed. I want my own everything. I want my cat to be able to sleep in my room because cats aren't allowed in the bedrooms. And so basically with the arrangement when we're going to our friend's flat, the cats aren't allowed to stay there either because our friend is deathly allergic. So they are having to stay in like a little box. It's like a big cat house for outside backyard. So me being my cat mother, I'm just scared. It's gonna rain, it's gonna hail. It just barely hails. Like maybe not even once a year. But I'm now going in with the Pixie Stick in. Do you have a shade? That color. No. But I'm just more scared that something's gonna happen to the cats, and I'm just like, okay, surely he can thug it out. I don't care if he's definitely allergic. My cat is my boy. My cat is my precious. No one really likes my cat because he has like a pee problem because he has a lot of anxiety and he has a lot of stress, which is like kind of like a dachshund. Because you know how dachshunds are very like anxiety. My friend Neva, she has a sausage dog called Snag, which is a dachshund. But what happens is he'll come in, sit between your legs, which is a normal thing for dachshunds to do, but he will shake, he will do all this stuff, and then he has to get medicated because Neva lives with her two parents, her mom and her stepdad. They can't leave the house without medicating their dog and be like, Snag, are you high? Because the amount of separation anxiety. I feel like my cat has that and I have it with him. Muscles. Bigger biceps than any boy. Who fuck needing a boy? Ladies, hit me up. But yeah. Now, I can't remember where this palette's from. It's from a palette. I know it's from a shop called Pavement, which was in my local mall, but then did close down for some reason. It was like this like preteen store. It was like this whole shop got me out of being like my tomboy phase. Because it had dresses, I was like, oh my god, this is just too pretty. Like yada yada yada. I had heels. It had like snakeskin skirts. I remember I did have one. I was that kind of kid. And then it just had so many nice things. I was like, Mommy, I need this. And she was like, yes, she's a girl. And then, yeah. And then it closed down. Mom was like, no. I was like, oh well, where's my bike shorts? But yeah, that was a nice store. And I remember getting this because I had makeup, it had everything. I remember having a really nice lip gloss from it because it was like super nice. I feel like I have it around somewhere. Maybe not here, probably in bags I've packed away, but I'm so nice to have it. I forgot to do my eyebrows. Shit. Elf eyebrow gel and just a little spoolie at the end of it. I rushed. Because this, I don't know what this is from, but this ran out. So I just used the spoolie because it's really bendable and great. So yeah, sorry about that sneeze. I've been a bit sick. I went out to the movies yesterday to watch the new Conjuring movie. Great. Did not want to walk home alone. That's part of it. It's money, save money. So I booked it to go home. I was like, fuck this. I'm not walking alone because it was like 11 o'clock at night. I was like, no. But yeah, I should have just known that like nothing bad really happens outside. The Conjuring movie was kind of good though. It was very suspenseful, but I also feel like I don't want to say they could have done better because it's a true story, but I get how it altered their, like, it was one of their last cases and it altered their, like, perception of, like, still doing it because it involved their daughter and it was like, skip this if you haven't seen the movie because it involved their daughter and also it had a connection to them for like maybe, it was like it was like the first case they ever worked, and they did not go back because it was so freaky. So basically, if you don't want to spoil, skip to like later on in this video. So basically, I'm about to spoil The Conjuring, like last rites, and like the next sentence I say. So basically, it's Ed and Lauren younger, and she's pregnant, like heavily pregnant, like this girl's about to pop, and then they get a call. It's their first case they're ever working, saying, oh yeah, we heard some strange stuff, and there's all been strange stuff, and then I went downstairs to the basement, and it's her dad hanging herself, and etc, and then like that. And then she calls them, they go downstairs, and behind it they find a mirror, and it's just Lauren downstairs. So it's obviously like the psychic girl downstairs, but she's heavily pregnant. Let's remember this. She goes downstairs, and then she finds this mirror. The mirror's looking weird, the mirror's looking funny. It's not like your average day Kmart mirror. It's an average mirror where it's like you look like you belong in like Nosferatu's like little like den. So if you don't know Nosferatu, it's like a vampire. It looks like a vampire like kind of thing, but it's not. So basically what happens was, then she's looking at it, she feels something strange, she sees like a hand on her shoulder, looks behind her, etc, and then she looks back at the mirror, she sees like herself, but her, like it's obviously like the mirror itself is moving, she's not. And then she touches the glass, it cracks, and then she just goes cramping to the floor. Then Ed runs down. Mind you, they're like just having that child, so it's like a prequel. Yeah, it's a prequel. And then she's like, the baby. So basically, we all know, I think it's her name is like Jane, I think it is. But it's like their child is stillborn for a minute, and then obviously that kind of like, because she was triggered by the spiritual mirror and she was dead, she now has like the same powers as her mom, which was basically like seeing, hearing, communicating. And then basically the Smells are this family that have just had Heather's, it looked like a wedding, I'm not sure what it was, but it was something like that. Basically she was like 15, she just had like, it was something to do with religion, that's all I know. They came back, they gave her a present, I think it was like a birthday or something, maybe, but it was a lot of people in the church. They just had it, they gave her a present, and it was like the mirror. I was like, oh, we found it at a swap meet, yada yada yada. And then what happens was, they put it in the mirror, she says she loves it, blowing a cake, and she's like, oh no, my sister blew out my candle, because 8 people living in this household, right? They all, like, the sisters don't like each other, so yeah. Basically, it's like, no, you blew out my candle. It's like, no, I didn't. And then yada yada yada, put it on again, light falls from the ceiling, ruckus. And then what happens was, they're fine, they're just sitting watching, then the next day they're just sitting watching TV, like Heather and her sister's just in their room, because they share a room, and they're just talking, and it's like, oh yeah, we kind of want to get rid of this mirror because it's trash day tomorrow, and low-key we don't really want it because it gives us a bad vibe. Yeah, it's basically, they drag onto the curb, they're gonna blame it on their younger siblings who are twins. They're like, yada yada yada, etc. No. So basically, the next day they're at breakfast, and then Heather, who's like the mean sister, I'm getting the name mixed up. The mean sister starts gagging. Like, they're talking about like, oh, let's go to Florida, like yada yada yada. Let's definitely like go do this. Let's go have a family vacation. I'm gonna put more highlighter on. And then she starts gagging. I saw this with my friend who hates vomit, and he went to go like get like a drink, and I was like, I'm so happy you missed it, because if you vomited, I'm gonna vomit on you. So she started gagging, and then she started vomiting, turned a bit red, blood going over the sink. She's vomiting up mirror shards, like glass. And then she just go to hospital, and like, there's no way, like, she hasn't swallowed anything, like, we don't know what happens. They don't see that scene. But then it just kind of swaps to what the Ed and Lauren are doing, and then how they come, because his sister, basically, so it's a public thing. Like, there are like a lot of interviews, because this family went to like the press hoping to find someone like Ed and Lauren, but no, they got a lot of public like, oh, these people, is it like fake or true? But no, they just wanted a person like Ed and Lauren to come help, because like it's a scary situation. So yeah, and then so Ed and Lauren ended up coming because their daughter, who's like now like 20 something, ran away. being like, oh, I need help, because like there was a lot of other stuff happened in the movie, like his father, who's like Father Goodman, who's another character who's been in the last ones. Something happened to him, and then it was a whole thing. I'm not gonna spoil the entire movie for you, but she ran away, finding the family, made her like family come follow her, being like it led me here for a reason, like I had to help them. And then I'm just in my mood chair, like, that's because you're tied to the fucking mirror. And it was just a predictable thing, but honestly, like, I feel like I should not be saying this because it's based on a true story as well. So yeah, I like horror movies, and I did jump. This definitely wasn't a Conjuring movie where you got to see a lot of the monster, like the demon. It was definitely one where it's kind of like eerie and subtle. It was definitely not one of like those exorcist possession cases. Like, yes, there was possession, but it was mainly just kind of psychological, like suspenseful, but not very much like there's scenes, but honestly, like, there's not a lot. But I can imagine being in that situation would be a lot scarier than how I'm making it out to be, because obviously, fuck that, I do not want a fucking conjuring demon coming to me, and I can't even call Ed and Lauren anymore because there was a whole credit scene being like, oh yeah, they died. I need to sneeze again. Bring back dabbing. Yeah, like, they died. I'm like, I can't call them anymore. I don't know if their daughter's still alive. So I might do some research in case of anything else. But yeah. But yeah, long story short, they go, they find the mirror, they find the mirror in the attic, and they go, oh my god, it found us. And they're just explaining to the family, like, we've seen this mirror before. It was our very first case. Yada yada yada. And basically it has an attachment to our daughter because she touched it and then she gave birth and she was stillborn. We believe it has an attachment to our daughter. Yada yada. That's why she can see things too. Yada yada yada. You can't always just get rid of it. You can't always just throw it on the sidewalk like you did, because some magical objects just don't work like that. And then the only way you can do it is just by, I don't know what they were gonna do with it, because they were halfway through like bringing it out of the attic. Then the thing is, if you look into the mirror, you will start, this is what I mean by it's very psychological, you will start seeing stuff like the demon, or like someone's face changing, or just look weird. It's kind of like you were just looking into like a pit of mushrooms and just snorting them all. Yeah, it's kind of like that. And then don't let me like do my nose, I'm a bit sunny nosed. And then yeah, the dad and Ed are bringing the mirror down, and then the dad looks into the mirror, because like thing is, they had it like buckled up with a sheet over it, because they know like the mirror will want to take itself off and like be like, no, I feel like possessing you today, you kind of looked at me funny. And then obviously it started to unbuckle. The father looked in the mirror, started seeing stuff, and then fell down the attic stairs with the thing dropped onto it. And then everyone's downstairs and they're running up like, are you okay, you okay? Ed's like, no, get away, because no one else can look in this mirror, right? And then we're both gonna call her Jane. I don't know if that Jane's her name, but Jane starts hearing a voice of her mom, Lauren. She goes to me, mom's anything all right. It's not Lauren. Lauren's with the twins in the next room, so obviously not. And then yada yada yada, she gets possessed. It's a whole thing of like how Jane was like the one they wanted, and then she starts saying like, the monster starts saying to Jane, or Jane being possessed by the monster starts saying to Lauren like, oh, like, thank you for bringing like our girl back, like she's ours, she's always been ours, like, because I was kind of like the thing that like put her into birth or anything. And I honestly thought, like, the thing is, in the past Conjuring movies, I thought their child was dead. I did not know they had a child. I thought they did and it died. This is like the clinique liver. I thought it died, but yeah, that was me just thinking the whole like Conjuring theory was like, oh, I had it wrong. Right. Okay, I'm gonna go check my messages real quick because I've got a couple messages, and then I'll come back and pick an outfit. Here's the outfit of the day. Yeah, my hair will show you. Thank you for the app. I just did this because and he posts something soon, and I'm just trying to figure out my entire YouTube schedule at the moment because I need to figure out how to get my app working. So yeah, I'll see you guys next Sunday, 12 p.m. Bye.